No, if we're fully unemployed at the moment, I am gonna get in touch with my boss and see if there's anybody in the area that I need to, help with some business.
Okay, yeah.
And I look at all my wonderful cohorts, and I pull up my little flip phone, and I go, if you guys will excuse me for just a moment, I have to go call my boss. I'll be back in 10 to 15 minutes. And I would just walk out of the door.
I'm going to give you a name, Chris, right now. Nigel Santos. All right, so, John, what are you doing? And also, are you going alone, or are you going to try to rally up the crew, or?
Well, I've been while I've been reminiscing, I realized that there was a gallery show that I wanted to attend that's opening this evening, and so I'm going to shoot it out there. Fellas, I'm about to go to see some smashing local art. If anybody's interested in going with me.
Local art, you said.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it is all right.
I think I'm going to just go get some coffee, but I do appreciate it.
Well, you know how to get me.
Have some fucking class.
Is that like those velvet pictures of Elvis?
So yeah, there's an art gallery just called Noir, Gallery Noir.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see,
It was Benedict and who else?
Thompson, Benedict and Thompson.
Thanks.
Okay, so the owner, who won't be there, but the owner of this particular spot is Therese Vorman. And like I said, she owns a lot of real estate in this area, a lot of shit.
Is it mixed assets, or is it mostly in the art space?
I'm sorry, what's that?
Is it mixed assets, or is it mostly in the art space?
Mixed assets for sure.
Okay.
They also she also owns a nightclub that's in this area as well.
What's it called?
I actually have to scroll through my notes. Give me just 1 second. We're doing this. I think it's, I'm trying to see if I can remember it. The Asylum? I think it's the Asylum. Yeah, the Asylum.
Got it.
And if you want to know more about the things she owns, you can make either probably a credit rating or a library use.
I'll do a credit rating. Another failure.
Okay, no worries. I mean, they can't all. Oh, there's another thing that I want to do while we're here. I don't really care for the fact that you only roll up, like you only get a chance to improve on skills you succeed. So even if you fail a skill, you can bubble it and attempt to roll it up. Credit rating, maybe not so much, but
other ones maybe.
But all the other ones,
Cool.
Like, obviously not attributes and not Cthulhu meet those. I determine those. But yeah, if you fail at a skill, bubble it, and you can roll it up at the end of the episode, as well as succeed. If you fail or succeed, as long as you tried it, you get to try to make it better.
Cool.
Yeah, so that may be something that you want to look into at some point. The some of the other properties that Therese Vorman owns. You also know she has a twin sister, Jeanette Vorman. You will be able to find out about that. She actually runs the asylum. She's the one who operates the asylum, but Therese owns it.
All right. Can I roll a library as well?
We sort of went with an either or, and then I think we'll move on and we'll try it again later. And what that'll do is because that sort of reflects hours of you calling around and getting in touch with people that might know. So, yeah, we'll try it again, but we'll just do it a little later, maybe in the next scene.
Yeah.
So, that being said, yeah, you are free to and fuck off and do your thing. So you're gonna shoot out and hit up Gallery Noir. Does anybody care to go? Right now, of course, Apple Slice is in the middle of some business, and we know Scorley's not going. Does Bob want to go see some art, some local art?
Bob has time between his next meeting and this art. So yeah, Bob will go see some art.
Okay, so there
Nice to have you along.
is now.
And I'm
Scorley.
gonna fill up my my flask on the way out because it's how I do.
Oh yeah, and I mean everything's so close around here that you can literally walk to almost all of it. Like so much shit is here, and honestly, like some of this is like fantasy shit, and a lot of this stuff that I'm talking about exists in real life, and it's all like no more than 7 or 8 blocks from the Santa Monica Pier. It's fucking crazy. Like everything is right there. Anyway, that being said, you all go out. That means the only one in the house now is Scorley. So are you going to hang around the house, or are you going out?
If I know Scorley, he's going to hang around the house.
Okay.
I'd like to dig through everyone's possessions. I'm just kidding. I'm probably just going to have the
It's
radio
on you.
on.
I don't have any.
I'm probably just going to have the TV on watching the new local news.
I mean, you'll notice something that's probably pretty clear to you already. They don't talk about it so much on the news, like the anchors don't talk about it, but the crawl going across the bottom is constant. There's almost no breaks, and it's like missing people, like missing children, mangled bodies found in dumpsters, like all kinds of crazy shit like that.
Okay, and I only watch Fox News, so
I was actually just about to say, as Bob's leaving, he's going to look at Scorley and go, well, you should try CNN sometime. That Fox News will rot your brain. Have a good one.
libtard.
Oh God, Snowflake. Did they?
Yeah,
they
what
didn't say Snowflake back then, did they?
No, not in
It's still
2001.
No, it didn't. But I'm not even sure Fox News was around at the time.
What?
Maybe not. Maybe
In the
I don't know.
2000s?
I'm about to look. In 2001.
Yeah, Fox News is different.
Yeah, launched on October 7th of 96.
Yeah, I was going to say, it was
Okay.
Yeah,
I never thought about the fact that it wasn't around that
significantly
long. That's fucking wild.
Yeah, but it wasn't really until the Bush administration that it became
up.
Fox News
Yeah.
as we know it.
Yeah. So that's still pretty recent though. It's like a lot more
Yeah.
recent than I thought. Because CNN's been around for fucking forever, right?
Yeah. I mean, there was a Fox, but there was no Fox News.
Okay.
Fox was the channel that Michael Jackson's music videos used to debut on. It's this channel that the Tracy Ullman Show was on. It was the channel that In Living
Fox
Color was
Crazy
on,
Ullman,
and The Simpsons.
Yeah. There's a lot of good
Yeah.
shit. Dude.
Yeah, I mean,
That was the
I watched
source
all that
of
stuff from
Saturday
its
morning
first
cartoons.
episodes.
That was
yeah.
the source of Saturday morning cartoons.
Oh yeah. So, Brian, Apple Slice, you drive through. You drive through the gate. The security guard buzzes you in. You see it's still partially kind of mangled from where a rear view mirror was removed after sort of like smashing into it. It's only been a day. And so you guys drive on through. There's like skid marks and shit. I mean, you're taking the exact same roads to get to this house. And there's already like a construction crew at the house, like fixing broken windows and replacing like all the shit, and then cleaning up the fucking or there's another cleaning crew as well, cleaning up the blood and gore and viscera from the earlier proceedings.
Where is this at?
Yeah, and this is Molly Dempsey's house in
Oh.
Pacific Palisades, where she was attacked by the rubber man, the rubber fall apart man.
Yep.
He ate the devil fruit.
The zombie
Their flesh
starfish
a
man.
lot.
And she's standing out front while they're all just going through her house. There's like that paper laid down, and they're tromping mud all over it, and they're still getting the floors a little dirty, but most of it's still kind of concealed to where they walk. And she's just holding a big, like a fucking venti coffee cup in one hand, and like putting a flask into her inner jacket pocket as you walk up.
Young lady, it's customary to offer a guest refreshments.
Thank God you're here. Hey, I was originally thinking, and she pulls the flask back out and offers it to you.
Yeah, I take it.
It's about a third of the way full, so I mean it's enough to sip on for a minute. You know, it's very, very classy stuff. She's just like, hey, so I feel like it's gonna be really tough to do the reading here. Did you want to take a ride somewhere and do this elsewhere? I have a small private lot on the beach. If you wanted to go there instead.
Oh, the beach would be lovely. Hopefully we can get there quickly. I do apologize, young lady. I knew there was a man in your future, but if I'd had time to do a proper reading, I might have saved you some problems.
Yeah. No, you know what? That's okay. That's something that had been happening to me for a while. Well, not that specifically, but that guy's been a fucking creep for like a long time. You know, for like the past probably almost year. And I mean, it's something that maybe had I known, maybe I could have seen myself. I could have seen coming myself. So like, no harm, no foul. Either way, let's get going. And she hops into her Escalade. Her O2 Escalade, and offers you the passenger side.
So Molly owns the investigation service, right?
No, she owns the flower shop that the investigation service operates out of.
Gotcha.
But they're just people to her. They were just volunteers. She actually just found out that the investigation service that she was representing her law firm against was actually working in her flower shop. She didn't know that's what they were.
While we're driving to her lot, I want to take my tarot deck and try to like stack the deck.
Okay. So how do you think we would go about it? Because that definitely, on the surface, it sounds like sleight of hand. But also, I mean, like maybe there's another way you could do that. Like, give me something to chew at here. How do you feel like?
I was thinking sleight of hand and like try to make it seem like I'm shuffling the deck, but really I'm stacking it.
Okay, yeah. Give me
say what I wanted to say.
Give me a sleight of hand and a fast talk.
Ooh, I want to push it.
Ooh.
There we go.
Well, you don't need fast talk anymore, so I mean, you can do it if you like. But yeah, so she's just making conversation anyway, and she's still drinking her coffee that is like spiked with a little bit of something extra for the road.
Good Lord, she's driving.
I say, gotta take a job before you drive.
You can tell that she's sort of just gotten like her first couple of swigs, and it's mixed in well. So like, she's not about to get fucking drunk. But she definitely does imbibe on the road. It is a known fact to you now. And so she goes over, or she drives down. Takes a right out of the Palisades and heads towards the beach. And before long, she hits, it's like taking a right almost back into sort of the Palisades territory, but it's like a wooded area, and there's a private drive with a gate, and she just punches some numbers in. If you would like to see those numbers, you can give me a spot hidden.
You know what? I'll spend the one.
Yeah, it's 1
Yeah,
point.
yeah, 1 point. Okay. Yeah, just do it's 3737 if you want to write that down to get to this private lot here. The gate itself opens and she pulls into what looks like another several driveways with gates, and another gate opens and she drives through it. So it looks like a lot of people have like some sort of private access to the beach through these areas. And after another probably 2 or 3 minutes of driving, she pulls up to the sort of the edge of the woods where there's a small like cabin that looks like for storage and shit like that. She goes in, she invites you in with her, obviously, gets undressed, puts on a bathing suit, and like, very like power business suit, like lawyer woman, right? And she's just getting up maybe into like her middle years. Like she might be like She's either pushing 40 or she's already hit 40. She's got a pretty nice body. She's in pretty good shape.
Well, once I get inside, I start setting up my table. You know, got the crystal ball, the deck of tarot cards, candles, got like a fake skull.
While you're doing that, she's like, "Hey, we could do that in here if you want, or we could do it on the beach."
The beach sounds
whatever you like. And that being said, you'll walk the rest of the way onto the beach.
While I'm doing that, I'm kind of looking around, trying to notice like how many people there are on the beach and like how close the other houses are to hers.
So there are no people on this section of the beach, and like if you look way down, you can see maybe a couple of people in either direction. But this is a private beach, like it's closed off from the rest of the beach. So the people that are out here are very likely people who have the access codes to those other driveways.
Nice. That means this is all over. This is prime squatting territory because I got the pass.
And you have a code, so yeah, you can definitely get in.
I got the pass code. This is prime squatting territory.
All right, so we'll go ahead and get this underway. You get set up, and you've got your tarot cards going. Like, what do you see in her future? What are you telling her?
Okay, so I'm kind of like trying to guide her into helping the investigative agency out of her floral shop, like maybe violate her ethics a little bit. With some of her clients at the law firm, and you know, trying to insert myself into the narrative as like kind of like someone who would be helpful to the agency, kind of a deal, and then playing a little matchmaker between her and Vampire.
Okay. Yeah, so all that I feel, especially as you're turning you've already set the deck. As you're turning the cards over, you already know exactly what you're going to say. So just give me, she's a pretty astute observer. So, I mean, she's a lawyer, so she's got to kind of understand people a little bit. Actually, give me 2 seconds. You can make your roll, fast talk. And I got to pee. I'm going to grab a beer, and I left my dice in the other room. So I'll just 2 minutes.
What a cuck of a DM. Look at that fucking booty on him.
Good, and he pulled up them pants.
I know, way to be prepared for his own fucking shit.
I'm not worried about him being prepared. I'm worried about him fucking throwing his back out with all that
everybody can
ass.
talk her shit. I'm just telling him so he can hear later. I'm just giving it back. Oh yeah, no, I agree. Wow, I can't believe you said that, Brian, but that's fucking awful.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Can't believe
Yeah,
it.
you're not wrong.
Like, this is why we're friends, Anthony. You knew what I was thinking.
Chris, you're his brother. You're not allowed to say shit like that about him.
Actually, I'm only allowed to say shit like that about him. Not that I'm the only one. I just can't not say terrible things about him. Like how thick that fucking dumpy on him is.
He do gotta think dumpy, that's for sure.
Yeah. Got that fucking chunky monkey on his back. Scaring off all the ladies because his ass cheeks are clapping so loud. He's alerting the bees.
Oh, he's coming back.
Well, that's how he echolocates, isn't it?
That's right. Just because you can hear him doesn't mean he can't hear you.
Well, Brian, she did very well. Do you want to spend 14 points of luck?
Yeah, sure, why not? Put me at what, 40?
Still good. Still good. Yeah, she, you can tell that, like, she, you know, because she's seen some of the supernatural things, but she still knows like tarot and stuff like that is just rife with bullshitters. And she squints her eyes at you and then just sort of softens and takes another sip of her drink, and she says, wait, so you want me to, or you're saying I should, like, not kick them out of my flower shop, but I should let them be there and also help them in their investigations?
Oh, I just read the cards, dear. If that's where you think it's leading you, that's up to you. But I will say this. They did save your life.
Right, yeah, I know. That's totally valid. That's 100% against my job description. So, like, this is very jarring for me. I get it. You know what I mean? It's too ridiculous. I think it's too ridiculous to make something like that up. Like, if you were going to sell me a story, you wouldn't be crazy enough to sell me that.
We said a story. Oh, I'm terrible at that.
I trust you. You're a sweet lady, and I don't know what it is, but I feel a kinship with you. I feel like I can trust you. Yeah. Okay. Great. Huh? Now about the other thing, and she starts going into the potentiality of hooking up with the guy with Damien, and that's going to take a whole side street. So that's going to bring us to Bob and John. You guys are oot and a boot, and you're standing in line, I assume, waiting to get into the gallery. It's not a long line, but the people here look exactly like you would imagine people going to like an art show would look, and then a little more. So you get the feeling this place might even be like an invite type of thing, where like not a lot of people have heard of it.
Wow, if I'd have known it was going to be the snazzy, I would have wore one of my nice ties.
Well, but I know not the owner of the gallery, but the woman who runs the gallery. So not Therese, but whoever she has running it. And I can drop Jeanette from the asylum because she does run the asylum. Right.
And essentially, you know that like it's not like it's a personal invitation that goes out to get in, but people don't really know about this, so like they're not turning anyone away.
Gotcha.
It's sort of cultivated for a specific crowd, but it would be distasteful for them to turn people out.
Right.
You also notice that the people that are there are actually in the alley, kind of beside the building instead of out front. That's where all the stuff's going on, is sort of beside and behind the building. So it does, from the street, it doesn't really look like there's this like big hullabaloo going on there.
So they're going into the gallery and then eventually getting out some side door to the alley.
Yeah, they're going in through a side door and then they're walking out to the front door. Is the idea.
Gotcha.
But yeah, you know that if you get in line, you'll both get in.
Okay. Fair enough. And what else so I mean, the line that I'm in is going to snake into the alley. It'll enter through an alley door.
Yes.
And there are people coming out the front.
Like I said, I wanted to make sure that you know that when people leave, they will be leaving out the front. No one is leaving yet, but you're pretty certain how that's going to work.
Okay. Fair enough. Who else is nearest in line?
You don't. Let me think. It's people from out of town, so like they're not people you would have personal relationships with, but you probably would have met some of them before.
Okay. Well, if there's nobody I see who I would feel comfortable starting a conversation with, then I have to start a conversation with Bob about what the art's going to be. What's the art going to be?
There's one guy you do see, an Indian man, shorter, kind of stout, Dr. Vinpir Natbudin. He's, and you know, he frequents these art shows and stuff like that. He dresses very regular. He is he's an older straight man, all that, but he is always at the art shows.
Yeah. Okay.
And his presence actually makes y'all not stick out so much because Bob's here. He kind of dresses the way Bob dresses.
Yeah.
Question: what's that doctor's name again?
Dr. Vinpir.
Yeah.
Spell that?
Yeah.
Here, I'm going to make it
me
available.
and you, man. Same thing.
This ain't me. I'm not there. I just.
No, me and you as people.
All right, I'm gonna actually just make it available. It's under the NPCs.
Bob doesn't even know his name yet.
That. Also, I'll make James
I want to see if I got it right.
available as well.
I was one vowel off of that spelling. Damn
Not
it.
bad. Not bad.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I was too? The last one, I put an I instead of an A.
Also, why the hell have I not made Damien and Rafaela available? Let me just
don't
go
know.
ahead. Let me just go ahead and you can just see all these people. You know about them.
Probably because you've gone and been a twat, mate.
It's a big fact.
Sometimes you have to go be a twat.
Sometimes you have to go be a twat. Sometimes you got to go be thinking, man. All right. There. Now the NPCs list is a little bit more filled out. There are people that you readily can recognize. The doctor, he's a molecular biologist. Real sharp dude. Loves the arts.
Thanks.
So, he's a little ways up the line. So, yeah, you probably will have to make a conversation. You can catch his attention and wave, but you probably will have to make a conversation with Bob, so good luck.
Okay, fair enough. So, Bob, what's your next meeting?
Oh, just something I have to do in town. One of the bosses called. He said since I'm in the California area, he's got something I need to do hour and a half or so away from here. So if I get a phone call, I may have to jet on you.
Well, that's fair. That's fair.
But I should have time.
Sorry, one quick thing that I do need to interject with, very small, very fast. Chris, you get an address as well as a name whenever you were talking, and it's very close to this area. Obviously, you don't have to tell anyone else that, but there is the job is very close to this area. And give me an idea roll. Roll your intelligence. See if you remember something.
Had to update my notes real quick. Where is the thing? Boy. Sounded like a pass from there, but I was wrong.
It's a pass if you spend 10 luck.
I don't know if I feel comfortable with that.
Okay. If you don't, that's fine.
I think I'm still the low boy.
Hey, point of order. Point of order. Do we ever reset our luck?
Your luck does increase if you'll roll luck the way you do normal skills. So if and I think what I'll do is probably just at the end of every episode have you roll to see if you can do luck, whether you've used it or not.
Okay.
So it doesn't reset. It did reset for a while there, and now that I've made this sort of a contiguous adventure of the week type of thing, you're using similar characters like over and over again. It won't just reset. You'll just have the potential to gain some back.
Got it. All right, cool. Thanks.
Yes. Now, that being said, Chris, you don't remember right now, make a note of that. It'll come to you later. John, John and Chris, your conversation. John and Bob.
So, Bob, do you know what is going to be on the walls here tonight?
No, I can't say that I do. I like art, but I'm not exactly what one would call a connoisseur. I'm more of a connoisseur of shoes and cologne, you see. And the occasional tax break laws.
The interesting thing is this is a photorealist painter who only paints shop windows, so you're likely to see some cologne and some shoes.
Is that so? Well, you've piqued my interest, sir.
Is there anything else that I see in the alley?
Is there anything you're looking for in particular, or just anything of interest? Nothing really particularly. Like in the alley, nothing really sticks out. As you get close to the door, you'll see they've moved the dumpster way the fuck over, so it's not right by the door. But other than that, not a whole lot of interest. So you guys make your way in, and on the walls are big murals. The windows on the inside are painted over, but with like a mosaic design. And they because I don't think you've been here yet, but you've heard about the place. And they change it constantly, but they always keep the windows covered in paint.